Any city workers blatantly slacking off, unapologetically cheating you, the taxpayers that pay their salary. For weeks, we camped out in front of Milwaukee's main municipal building, keeping an eye on your tax dollars at work.
Oh, here we go. These people are regulars.
What we often saw was anything but work. Break after break after break, day after day after day. Taxpayer dollars going up in smoke.
They're taking cigarette breaks unheard of.
Everyone is entitled to breaks, but 10, 15, 20 breaks in a day?
Taxpayers are paying for you to come out here and smoke all day.
Yeah.
And some of these slackers just didn't have much to say to the taxpayers they're ripping off.
If you're doing nothing wrong, why won't you talk to me?
And you'll also hear from the clock watchers' bosses.
Anybody going out 15 times a day is certainly a concern.
Not just 15, how about 20? Your money, misspent, squandered, burned up. Downtown Milwaukee, the Frank Zeidler Municipal Building. More than 1,000 city employees work here, and a handful, well, don't work so much.
Oh, hey, look who's out.
Each worker gets 2 15-minute breaks and a lunch. To maximize workplace efficiency, the breaks are supposed to be taken in 15-minute blocks, not broken up.
That's unbelievable.
This guy was outside so often that there were long stretches when he hardly worked 15-minute blocks. Check out April 5th. He comes outside at 8:22 a.m. He's out again at 8:52, 9:14, 9:39, 9:55, 10:48. 3 times in the 11 o'clock hour, he takes a break while taxpayers foot the bill. Then he comes out 5 more times after lunch.
We're doing a story on how much time people spend out here smoking.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
On this day, the Public Works employee is out here more than 15 times.
Are you worried about what your boss is going to think?
Not really.
Yeah, I recognize them, sure.
Jeff Mantis is the director of Public Works. He's the slacker's boss.
If you got a guy that's getting paid by the taxpayers in this city and he's outside 15 times during the course of a day, is there something wrong with that picture?
Sure. There's definitely something wrong. I don't think we're getting 8 hours of work out of them, that's for sure.
But taxpayers are going to feel like they're getting cheated. They pay your salary, and look at how often you're down here.
Okay.
This certainly warrants some type of discipline. We haven't determined what that particular discipline is.
50.
This guy works for the Milwaukee Health Department. On several days, he came down from his 5th floor office between 6 and 8 times, sometimes for 10 minutes a crack.
Hi, sir. Can I talk to you?
No.
I work for Channel 4, and we're talking about
understand that.
spending taxpayer money. You stand out here smoking all day.
A few minutes later,
You
he
wanna
makes
talk
it up
to
to
me?
his office.
What do you want to ask me? Just
If
tell
this
me.
is okay with your boss, that you're out there day
You
after
would
day,
have to
time
talk
after
to
time.
her. I'm going to say yes.
Really? Bevan Baker, the Milwaukee Health Commissioner, is his boss.
Certainly, this is a serious concern for us. We are looking into it, and again, we take full responsibility for it.
Should taxpayers feel cheated?
I'm a taxpayer.
You are, and everybody else in this city is paying for you and how you spend your workday.
That's my break.
So you're allowed
I'm
5,
taking
6,
5
7
minutes,
breaks?
5 minutes, and 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon. If I combine them, that's fine.
Wrong on both points. His breaks are 15 minutes, and he's not allowed to combine them. Some days there were so many workers out so often that it felt like an air traffic controller was needed to prevent them from crashing into each other. Time spent actually smoking. That's what we've been talking about. We haven't even begun to focus on how much time it takes an employee to actually get from their offices upstairs, down through the elevator, and to walk through these doors. That's before they ever even light up that cigarette. One more taxpayer cheater.
And I'm doing a story on people who spend a lot of their day out here smoking.
I don't think I should answer. It's all right, thanks.
Well, we're curious about, taxpayers pay for you guys, and
I'm going to get a break.
well, do you get this many breaks? That's yesterday. That's the times that we saw you outside smoking.
On that day, he was out 8 times, out front, out back, the whole time being paid by you, taxpayers.
This is for us. They work here, but they work for us.
Absolutely terrible. If they want to smoke, have them stay home. That's what I think.
Excessive breaks, wasted time. inefficient workdays.
There he is.
Funded by Milwaukee taxpayers.
Are you allowed to stand outside 10, 15 times a day?
No, I'm not.
What would happen to you if you tried to do that?
I think I would get spoken to.
Think about how many police officers we could put on the streets or how many potholes we could fill with the money going up in smoke in front of the Milwaukee Municipal Building.
And there is one thing we want to emphasize. This isn't about smoking per se or whether smoking should be allowed on breaks. The fact is it is allowed. Our concerns are about how often and how long those breaks are. Breaks that are paid for by taxpayers.
What about the bosses? Because they have to know this stuff is going on, especially since you brought it to their attention.
Well, you're right, Mike. They should take some responsibility. That's really a tough question to answer. Hard to get a straight answer because the bosses are the ones that we're questioning. So tough to find out exactly how they feel, but they're aware of it now. There's no doubt about that.
I'm sure we haven't heard the last of this.
That's
Thanks,
right.
John. And by the way, this came from a tip for us. So